was just trying to remember when I first met him. It was 8 years ago. No, 7. It was 7 years because Harsha got her sight back 7 years ago this spring. And it was Harsha who first told me about him. Like I said, it was 7 years ago that Harsha comes running into my house, screaming and laughing like a child, and yelling, "He touched me! He touched me!" Just so you know, Harsha, she lost her sight as a baby. Had the filmy white patches in each of them. But that day when she came running in, both of them were as clear and as blue as the sky. And she shouted, "I can see, Abby! I can see!" So she could. Her eyes have been fine ever since. I asked, "What happened to you?" And she told me about this healer. She said she met him at the seashore. Said people were coming to him by the thousands. Said all he asked her was, "Do you believe I'm able to heal you?" And when she said yes, he touched her, and just like that, she had her sight back. I didn't see it happen. Now, the following winter, the man actually came here to Nazareth. Harsha was such a flutter. "Come with me, Abby. Come with me to the square and meet him. He can fix your leg. I know he can." So off I go with Harsha dragging me along behind her. I get to the square, and there he is, surrounded by all the people from the village. I was about to turn to Harsha that we should wait our turn when she yells out to him, "Master! Master! Do you remember me?" He turns and he smiled at her and said he did. And she says, "I want you to meet a friend of mine. I was hoping you could help her. This is Abigail." He looks at me and I realize I know him from somewhere. Oh, I must have looked like an old fool standing there with my dumb leg and gawking at him, not able to remember where I know him. He turns to me and says, "Hello, Abigail. Do you believe I'm able to heal you?" And it was just then that I remembered where I knew him from. He was the carpenter who worked on my house. He and his father, Joseph. And I said to him, You're the cabinet maker, aren't you? He smiled and said, yes, I am. I turned and said, Harsha, this is no healer. This is a carpenter. Well, I knew his father years ago. Harsha, she tried to stop me, but I went on my way back home. I'm getting too old for these things, these crowds. The neighborhood men, they didn't treat him well, I heard. There was almost a fight that afternoon, and that poor young man, he had to leave town with his followers. But before he left, he stopped by my house, knocked right on that door. And when I opened it, he handed me this brand new crutch. When I asked, what's this for? He gave me the saddest smile and said, this is all you'll let me do. And then he left. I never saw him again. He had a lot of followers. Every one of them claims that he touched them somehow. Touched their eyes, or touched their ears, touched their broken bones, touched their hearts. I can't say he ever touched me at all. He made good cabinets, though. And I do appreciate this crutch. It's perfect. My old one used to chafe my ribs when I walked. But this one is